Hey, good morning, everyone, and welcome to ShortSalePowerHour.com. We're back on the couch, Kevin.
Yeah, buddy. It's because we're actually
very familiar couch here in our office.
We're actually in Arizona for a change.
We're back home. This is good.
Yeah.
Hey, it's my partner Kevin Kauffman. I'm Fred Weaver. We're with Group 4610, Arizona's premier short sale team, and you're watching ShortSalePowerHour.com.
Finally filmed from Arizona. It's been quite some time. We've been on the road a bit.
So today's Mindset Monday, buddy.
It is mindset.
And you know what? I'm going to acknowledge to our viewers out there at home that it's been a challenging couple of weeks. And when I say challenging, I'm not saying all bad. I actually enjoy challenges.
Challenge is what helps us grow and get past, I guess to speak in certain terms from E to P. If you want to talk in terms of certain places and cultures, it just helps you grow and get to that next level. So you can't do that without adversity.
Cool. So I actually want to talk about one of our mindset points. I'm making this up on the spot.
I'm okay with that.
Could you tell?
I can now.
Okay. All right. Well, I admitted it. Sorry.
How much? I mean, honestly, we just make it up mostly because it's in us anyways.
Don't tell them. Anyway. We just got done, you guys would be interested to know this, we just got done last week actually filming over 10 hours worth of video content, taking our short sale class that we've been teaching and training in Northern California and Washington and Vegas and Texas and everywhere else we've been, but taking that to a whole nother level, putting that class on video and going to a higher place. But one of the things we talked about in that video, it seemed to be a resounding theme, and it's one of our central mindset points that we teach in our class, is the willingness to not accept no for an answer.
Yeah, I mean, not just accept no, but not accepting status quo in general.
Absolutely, and I think that one's often misunderstood, and so I'd like to talk a little bit around what that means. Now, that means a lot of things to me. Some people can perceive the not willing to accept no as taking things too far.
Sure, I've heard that a time or two.
And certainly you and I are aggressive. Let's say that. We're high D personalities, high vector 1 personalities, low patience, but at the end of the day, we're guys that really care about people. And when I say don't take no for an answer when it comes to a short sale transaction, let's speak in short sale world. Make sure this, I should clarify this right now.
Let's be really clear. We're talking about short sale, being effective as a short sale negotiator.
Yeah, it's not really it's just really not, it doesn't work well in my marriage.
No, I was going to say, it's not something that either one of us would use at home.
No, and it's not good like in other areas in life.
It's not good as an employer, right?
True, because
So we have amazing employees on our team. In fact, because they're so great, it allows us to go travel the country and teach other agents our skill.
Yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't work well there either.
Yeah.
But where it does work well is in a situation that is screwed up to begin with, which would be this whole, can we just call it mortgage mess?
Yeah, so here's the deal. You take a client, a homeowner, in one of the most volatile times of their life.
Right.
They are in a financial hardship.
Distress.
A lot of times when they're in that financial distress, they've got something going on in their marriage, something going on with their job, maybe even their health, whatever it may be. And you literally say, yes, ma'am, yes, sir, I can help you out of the hardest time of your life. Right then and there, to me, is where, from that point on, not taking no for an answer, your commitment starts. Meaning that I'm taking somebody's home over when they're in a really tough spot and they're expecting me to produce results and keep their home from foreclosure.
Well, yeah, absolutely. We always say it's the fiduciary responsibility. Now, unlike a traditional sale where there's, we're actually working to gain them more money or a greater profit or maximize that profit. Yeah. In a short sale situation, that's not the case. So our fiduciary responsibility begins and ends with avoiding foreclosure and completing the transaction successfully, right?
Absolutely. And I know we've got a lot of banks out there that are now watching us, and I'm not naming one. I'm saying there are a lot of. We know
for a fact because I watch them Google themselves and stuff.
We've got all that down. And what I mean by not taking no, I'm not implying that we just need to run people over. That's not what I'm implying.
No.
But the system's broken. You said it earlier. The system is imperfect and it's broken. The fact that results in the world of short sales in the business world are 20, 30, 40% success rate, and that's considered satisfactory, is just not good enough for me. The fact that I know banks out there, and I'm not going to call them by name, but banks out there basically ask their negotiators to decision 10% of their files on a monthly basis. And I'm not saying like 10% of 100 files. We're talking like
300,
400 files.
Yeah.
And I mean, 10% is good, but
Like 10%'s bad.
The system's broken.
Yeah.
I mean, 10% of 300, 30 decisions a month, that's okay, but the system's broken. Somebody should never have more than 30, 50, 70 files they're working on at one time. It just doesn't work. So, guys, the mindset point of not taking no for an answer, it's really about not accepting the weak results and the weak responses and the bureaucracy and the rules and the lies that come from inside the bank. And I'm not saying that in a harsh way. I'm telling you it's reality. I'm sorry. But the bottom line is you're going to be lied to. Now, whether it's purposeful, whether it's manipulative, that's a person-specific conversation.
Right.
But the point of the matter is you're going to hear things that aren't true. And it's going to be very easy for you to get disappointed, to get frustrated, to want to quit and give up. But you've got to persevere. So when we say don't accept no, it's a perseverance attitude.
Yeah.
And you know what? You and I do some crazy stuff. And some people love us for it. And some people necessarily don't.
The opposite.
But at the end of the day, the reason I do it is not because the reason I get animated about a $30,000 short sale is not for the commission.
No,
can we be clear on that?
Clearly, you know what? Because I've spent hours and hours and hours on the phones, banging my head against the wall on $30,000 and $40,000 short sales because
I made a commitment to the homeowner, and they deserve my full effort.
And you know what?
They deserve me going above and beyond what's normal and the normal results inside the bank.
And honestly, when we receive that huge commission from a $40,000 or $30,000 transaction, that's great. I've probably lost money on that transaction, but the cool part is when you call the seller and like it's done, it's over, and they're in tears because they're so thankful, or they come by your office and drop off a thank you card because they're so thankful and literally hug you for saving them. That's why we do it, because there's a commitment made, and that's the commitment that allows us to not accept the status quo and not accept the word no from a bank employee in terms of, no, I can't help you. Because the system's broke.
And let's be clear, perseverance does not mean you have to run people over. You don't have to run your homeowner over. We never do that. It doesn't mean you have to run the bank employees and the bank system over. That's not what I'm saying. But there does need to be a level of accountability from those people. And if those people just don't care, their lack of concern and their lack of care, it needs to go away. It just is what it is. I mean,
it absolutely is.
And if they don't like that I pointedly tell them that they don't care because that's what they sound like in their voice and that's the energy I get from them,
when I have a
then
negotiator,
that's not my problem.
When I have a negotiator from a bank tell me that my client should quit clothing their children or quit eating food
or quit shopping at Costco because they spent too much money last month,
I have an issue with that. Now, that's not always the case, but that does happen. And if I just buckle down to that, well, what is that? It doesn't help my homeowner. It doesn't help my person avoid foreclosure. That just perpetuates more of the same problem, and that's just not acceptable.
Okay, this video is probably getting kind of long. So
I could rant for another hour.
Let's wrap it down with this. Banks, if you're watching, please understand we're not happy with what you're doing out there. We're not happy with the status quo. We're not happy with average. We're just not guys that are okay with that.
No.
And I'm not saying that you all are. So let's work together and let's fix the system. Let's get better at it. But in the meantime, agents out there, while the system's still being worked and fixed, it's not acceptable just to sit back and expect less than satisfactory results. Your homeowner deserves more than that. So persevere, push through the no's, push through the stuff that's not true, push through the lies, push through the deception, push through the world system that's been created for failure. Sorry, it's what it is.
The world system is created for failure.
And push through all that to get the result, because I promise you at the end of the day, the homeowners that you're working with, they deserve your full attention and they deserve to get the results that you're ready to bring to them. So, man, I don't know if that made any sense to anybody else, but I
think we're clear on what just happened.
All right, Kevin. Let's wrap it up, buddy.
All right. I'm just curious, where are we at on time?
At the 9-minute mark, Kevin.
Okay, so we definitely have to wrap this up because YouTube has got limits that we're going to adhere to. So, all right, guys. Hey, by the way, just a quick drop-in. We're going to be in Florida coming up in the 1st and 2nd week of May, and we would love to have you there. So for all you agents out there in Florida, please check the events page. We'd love to have you at our classes. We're so looking forward to coming out there and sharing our information with you guys, all right? Let's wrap it up like we always do. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Short Sale Power Hour! Short Sale Power Hour! Crush it!